With Hashem's help, you are listening to another edition of Pele Yoetz Ch. If you'd like to sponsor a shir, please contact me at gimel777 @gmail, and we can get some information over to you. Today's chapter is one that's a little spooky, but very interesting, and it's called Moving the Lips of Those Who Sleep. And it states, the mover of the lips of those who sleep, as recorded in Shir Shirim 7:10, our sages in Yerushalmi Shekalim 2:5 explain that if someone says a Torah idea in the name of a Torah scholar, his lips pulsate in the grave, and he has pleasure and satisfaction like a person who drinks spiced wine. In light of this, it is befitting every person whom Hashem has graced with understanding to write and publish a book according to his ability to benefit the masses. And he performs kindness for many generations to come, and he will reap the fruits of his labor, that the sage's lips will pulsate in the grave each time someone learns from his book, for all generations. This is the kindness of truth that a man cannot perform for the righteous, the holy men of the earth. Their portion is for eternal life, to study their words. Their merit will be in the source of protection and a shield upon the one who studies. So just to pause right there, all of you that are listening to this book right now and you're studying this book, the lips of Harav Papo are actually moving at this very moment. And he is becoming an advocate for you in Shemaim. Now I got to tell you, if you really grasp that, you understand this is a big deal. I mean, talk about having the dream team defense attorney. Like OJ had a great defense team. This is an even better one. So, I mean, you're talking about people, which, by the way, who weren't tainted by all this shtuyot of, I'll serve Hashem my way and you serve Hashem. They really had the truth. They were emet. They were the truth. They were straight shooters. So to have this caliber of, of a defense team is it's incredible. And it says, it is written in the holy books in Shem Hagudolim of Chida in Erev Harav Moshe Ashlik that one time during a pogrom, Harav Moshe Ashlik appeared in broad daylight and saved a person from disaster because that person studies his book constantly. It is especially important to them if a man attempts to justify their words. Look in the work of Magid Masharim in Parshat Vayikel Daf 80 and Hakdamah Daf 4. That the messenger angels revealed to the Beit Yosef and Harav Yosef Karo that the Rambam was a very strong advocate on his behalf in Shemaim because Harav Karo strove to explain and justify his words. At the time of his death, the Rambam came to greet him in Shemaim. I mean, can you imagine such a thing? And I think I said briefly not too long ago that I had a procedure in which I had to be put under. And when I was coming out of anesthesia, the first thing, and I kept repeating it over and over, is that two rabbis came to see me and they saved my life. And I kept repeating it over and over. And, it is incredible because at the time I actually was also studying the Rambam and I was actually studying, the Pele Yoetz Ch. So who knows, if these were the two Ravs that came, can you imagine such a thing? But the fact that you can make this a possibility is just incredible. And it says, similarly, it is mentioned in the introduction of the Magani Shlomo that in return for his efforts to defend the words of Rashi against the challenges of Tosafot, that at the time of his death, he merited that Rashi accompanied him to Shemaim. Now, if you were listening to my other series, Duties of the Heart, I told you that I had this, near-death experience, and what I saw on the other side was enough to scare me because remember I said that, I would have considered myself a quote-unquote good person, and to find out that that wasn't enough, it really scared me because it makes you think that when you go over to the other side, you really better have a lot of light surrounding you. And this right here just may be the ticket. I mean, can you imagine such a Rav coming to escort you and to protect you, to guide your journey into the right place? So it says, behold, if so, how good is it to learn the words of Tanim, the Amorim, and the early sages to defend their words, for their merit pierces Shemaim and ascends above. It is good that a person should learn in any book, for all of them are good. This obligation is most incumbent upon the descendants of the author for all subsequent generations to learn the work of their ancestors and to defend their words. Now, for me particularly, there are some nice ancestors that I have in there, including the Ramban. And so for me, it would behoove me to learn these works. It says, it is proper for children to have pity on their parents and to feed them delicacies. The parents in turn will have pity on their children and advocate on their behalf, as is the way of the father to have compassion on his son. And it says to see the introduction of the work of Chassid LeAvraham for our teacher Harav Avraham Azulay. The mitzvah is also incumbent upon the congregation of the Torah scholar to learn his words and to sing melodies over them similarly. As a result, his merit will protect him and hover over them the entire day. So I'm telling you, if you're looking for a segulah, this is it. I mean, you want to, like, like Kobe Bryant. Remember they made the dream team? You take the dream team of the sages, and there are so many of them. Study their works. I can't stress this enough. Like, can you imagine, like, before you even call, they are there for you? Like, they're like, I mean, mamash, like, it is mind-blowing to think of all the things, like, sometimes you go in this world and you think that you're fighting something alone. And I have to tell you, like, that experience that I had recently, it really makes you think, I didn't know they were going to come to me. I didn't even know that they were there, fighting on my behalf. I mean, it's just crazy how in your time of need, they come to you. You are really not alone. And it's very comforting, especially with everything that's going on, to know that we have such great advocates up there in Shemaim. So I encourage everyone to keep studying, especially, this book, Pele Yoetz, I don't know why it doesn't get enough love. It's a great book. But we live in a society where people don't want to be told how to do or how to live. And I find this, I find the Pele Yoetz like going to finishing school. You go to etiquette and you learn how to eat and you learn manners and you learn, social behaviors. This is like etiquette for the soul, and it really does you good in this world and the world to come. So, I want to thank everybody who has been, so diligent in learning the Pele Yoetz with me. I love it. Like I said, it doesn't get enough love, but I really love it. So that's it for today, and I hope we'll all be together again soon. Bezrat HaShem. If you've enjoyed this video or know someone who would, please share it. Segulah mitzvot.